Well, folks, here we are. The train has officially came and pulled into the station and has come to a grinding halt. I have this is something I've been working on and working on and working on. I've explained that to you guys many, many times that I've worked really, really hard on this series, and very, really, really proud of it. And it's something that a lot of people that have came to these and a lot of people have taken part and stuff have really, really, really grabbed onto it and really enjoyed themselves. And I hope that people walk away with it, educated more than anything. That's the biggest thing I'm trying to convey here is just sheer education and just kind of give a little insight in on other people's lives and that kind of thing. And and I hope with this season that I've done that adequately, and I hope I've kind of shed a little bit of light on, the great people that are not only in our community but are just out there doing amazing things and just living life day to day and doing their thing. So I have two guests from original season one that are going to come back and hang out with us tonight. I tried to get everybody to come back and have everybody on board tonight, but we had some hiccups last night, and people that were ready to go last night could do it, and some that couldn't, and some were ready tonight, and it just became a whole thing. So here we are. I have two guests that you guys are gonna all y'all are gonna really know and you already know and love. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring them up. That is Mr. Chevy Triple Nickel and my man, Mr. Eismick. How y'all doing, fellers?
It's a
Doing
great day to
good,
be
doing
alive.
good. Yeah, great day, great day.
You
All
keep
right.
cutting me off
Well,
like that, Chevy. I'm gonna hide your leg.
I'm just glad that he lost his his camera, so we can't see that big ugly mug.
yeah,
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
yeah.
no
I'm gonna be honest
pictures
with you.
of him.
I've been doing some yard work today, and I'm looking a little rough with this old scruffy beard.
Shoot.
I mean, you got the white bow tie kicking in the picture, and the whole
That was
nine.
that was actually when I graduated from my sheet metal apprenticeship when I joined the union. I that was a weird little roller coaster of a ride. I'll tell a quick story about that. I joined the union when I was 19. Uh, Immediately into the apprenticeship, and I was the first year that they took it from 4 years to 5 years. And I had no problems, dude. Like, well, a couple of the contractors that worked with the union, they were like, "Yeah, a guy with one leg, what could he really do? He can't climb ladders." And they was like, "Nah, you might want to give him a try." You know what I mean, dude? I'd go on a job site and work circles around these dudes, dude. Like the first 3 years of my apprenticeship, I never was laid off more than 2 days at a time. Like I would get laid off on a Friday, and it wasn't because anything I did. It was just like, hey, this job's slowing up. We need you over here. I'd get laid off on a Friday, Monday morning, I'm at another company. But it was because the determination I had to go in there and just, I have this thing. If I can wake up and put my boots on, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna make something. It might not look good, and as long as I can't see it from my house, I'm gonna build it. Well, that was just, I mean, I excelled at it, dude. And I got married and I gained a bunch of weight and I couldn't put the prosthetic on no more. And I had to go through the whole, because I stopped getting like disability, Medicaid, and everything when I was in the union. So I had to go through the whole process of getting all that back to get the leg, right? Well, that took like a little over 3 years, almost 4 years to get the actual leg and up walking so I could go back to work. So within those, 5 years of that apprenticeship, I took 4 years off. So that's why you see me here. I'm shit, I don't remember how old I was right now. That was in 2018. But that was when I graduated and became a journeyman. And I was also voted best dressed that night too. So
Nice. I mean, you can tell. Look at you.
No homo, but you good looking dude, man. No homo.
I appreciate that. Man. Hey, believe it or not, I had shaved my beard off that day, dude. My beard was to my nipples that morning.
Hello,
Yeah, it was
Bill.
I mean, dude, they had like 200 I want to say it was 216 of us that graduated, but it wasn't from just my local, it was all of the locals like in the South, region. I want to say it was like four of them that joined together and did that graduation.
Okay. Was there any other amputees that were part of that, like that were, that were into that
Uh
kind of thing?
not from the New Orleans local. There is a guy that he has a hand but he's an older gentleman. He wasn't an apprenticeship. He's actually an instructor. But as far as like students, I don't think there was any other amputees.
Nice.
No, Roderick didn't. Roderick didn't graduate. I seen a guy cut his thumb off Roderick at school at work one day with the shear. Matter of fact, it was the day Michael Jackson died.
Oh wow. I have a friend of mine. They have a shop in Arkansas, and they build like lowriders and stuff, like mini trucks and that kind of like do body
Really?
drops and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, he has a hook, and he's like, I'll be out there like in the shop welding or whatever. He's like, and I'll just literally be like holding two pieces of metal together and just like, he's like, I don't need a glove or anything. He's like, I'm just out there with
Yeah.
my.
Well, I would guess that would be what that would. Those hooks wouldn't be surgical steel, huh? They'll
They're
probably be
titanium.
Titanium,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's titanium. But he's
I
like,
don't know
yeah,
why I would
I'll
think
get out there and just
surgical
like clamp it together and just kind of run that bead across there, He's like, boom.
But dude, I tell you what, man, like I had some real good guys that were respected like very well in the union that vouched for me when I joined the union when I was 19. Because they were like, man, this man got one leg and he's out here looking for a job. He's looking for a career, and at the time I wasn't in any trouble or anything. I mean, I was with my ex-wife. Like right after I joined the union, we started planning our wedding. But I mean, I was trying to do the family man thing while all my friends was being retards, And I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose a different path, dude. I'm not gonna say I'm happy where I'm at right now with the career thing, because I mean, dude, right after that, I worked like another 6 months after that picture, and they laid me off. I mean, who wants to pay somebody almost $40 an hour when they could pay somebody $20 an hour to do the same job? I mean, the workforce is screwed up in Louisiana. It really is.
Yeah. Wow.
So you can actually work and have a productive life with having one leg. See,
hell yeah.
I just want to get that out there. There's some people that think that you can't. There's some people that want to say, well, you're handicapped. You're handicapped. You can't work. And I hate the word handicap.
Well, see, I used to get furious when somebody would call me cripple.
Yeah.
Like especially as a kid, they would call me cripple because I walked on crutches for, from 5 until 15. A lot of people call me cripple.
Right.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I ended up in the principal's office punching a kid, because I wasn't. And dude, even when I was a kid, I used to tell them I'm not cripple, I'm not handicapped, I'm handy-capable. You know what I mean? I just do it differently than you do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Mine is the big
ahead,
D word. I don't like the D word, disabled.
No.
Yeah. And I don't know if I said it when I was on the show for the first episode, but there's a word that I cut completely out of my vocabulary when I was a little kid, and that's the word can't. Like I'll say it, like, hey, you can't do that, or hey, he can't do that. But when it's pertaining to me, I don't use that word, dude.
No.
Especially if it's a physical thing I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find a way to do it. I might not be, the only thing I'm not able to do is I can't run. And I just said it, but I mean, that's the thing my leg does not allow me to do.
I mean, I can jog a slow run, maybe.
Yeah, I can get out the way really fast.
I look like a duck going down through if I try to run, But,
yeah, I wanted to ask you how your stumps feeling after that little.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Also, is how a little update on Chevy there. How you doing?
Yeah,
brother?
it's doing good. It's healing up pretty nicely. Actually, I got out yesterday and actually climbed a ladder and got a bird's nest out of my gutter in the corner of my gutter on my garage out here. Yeah, so yeah, I can even climb a ladder. So
now when he says he climbed the ladder, he only went to the 3rd rung, y'all.
No, I went to about
you get up on a ladder.
8.
I'm messing with you, man.
I don't care if it's a step stool. It works.
It works.
I mean, when I was like in the later years of my apprenticeship, I was fortunate enough to get with a good company that loved me, and I mean, I stayed with him for a while, but I was just on the plasma table. But I mean, I was burning out parts on that plasma table out of 2-inch thick steel. You know what I mean? Ain't a man moving that plate.
No.
Yeah. And you have the not the C leg, the that mechanical leg too. So the total knee.
Yeah, I got the total knee.
I couldn't imagine. That thing is so unforgiving. Like once it starts to go, it's just gone. I mean, I couldn't imagine being.
I was running off for a couple of jobs because I can't wear steel. I said it again, but I don't wear steel toe boots because it drags it down. Like the weight of the steel toe boots, it drags the leg down.
Yeah.
Quite a few jobs, they're like, that's not steel toes. Get off my job. No problem. I have a job tomorrow morning. I'll go back to the hall. Ain't no biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that
I couldn't imagine
profession.
having any additional weight, especially at the very, very bottom, because they try to make the feet as light as possible with the
Yep.
knees, like, pretty stout. And that's the reason they try to make the weight, try to adjust as much as possible. Oh my goodness. I think we just had somebody pop up here. Hold on one second.
Uh-oh.
We have right here somebody that just made a total surprise that she's just going to pop up and say hello to us. Let me see here. Let me get you. Hold on one second. There we go. Miss Rochelle. And we got people yelling in the background. Miss Rochelle, are you there?
Sounds like some music or something.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Sounds like
how
some
are
music.
you?
There she is.
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Howdy.
Good. Glad
Sorry,
you could join us.
I'm still eating, but I thought I would join just audio for now, and then I'll turn my camera on when I get out of here.
Sure, that's fine. No worries. No worries. I mean, you take your time. You can join us
I
whenever
wanted
you
to
want to.
join the party.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Well, let me introduce you to everybody. We have right here Mr. Chevy Triple Nickel, and then we have down there Mr. Leg Day. And
Howdy,
he
howdy.
was episode 1, and Mr. Chevy Triple Nickel was episode 4, right before you. So there you go.
Uh-oh.
Hello, everybody.
Uh-oh.
I have a
Somebody's upset.
non-happy kid right now. She's
All
not a
good.
restaurant person.
All good. All good. Well, do you want to hop back on with us here in just a little bit then?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be here.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, bye. All right. Well, Miss Rochelle's going to hop up and join us here in a little bit. When she does, I got something that Miss Christy Yant was super, super nice and super sweet and wanted to kind of donate and give you guys a gift. And, everybody that's been on the show, she wanted to give a gift to. And,
Wait, you said that's from Christy Ant?
yep. And so
Christy,
we're
you
going to do
can't
that
bribe
when
me to
Miss
strip for
Rochelle
you,
comes
sweetheart.
back. So. But in the
I'm not kidding.
meantime, we're going to say what's up to some folks because we got some folks piling in here, even though
Yeah,
it's
I was
kind of
about
a
to
busy
say, I'm going to
night.
mute up real quick. I'm going to go grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. We got, I believe that's from last night, but Mr. Jaw Wreck, I'll say anyway. Miss Chanel, good to see you. Miss Jen with no filter. Christy Yan, pleasure as always. Cowboy, the one. Spencer, what up, my brother? Let's see, going down. We got Chevy in the chat as well. He's everywhere. Miss Bell.
Everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Chandelier. Loki. What up? What up?
Bunch of great people in the chat.
Absolutely. Look at all these beautiful faces. Look at all these beautiful faces. All right. Scrolling down. I think I got everybody. Yep. That is everybody. Much love and respect to you, Miss Christie.
Yes, Miss Christie.
All
Oh,
right.
I think they're poisoning my water. They're trying to take me out.
Why is that? What happened?
I drank it too fast.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you meant
I
you
was
had something like funky in your water.
Nah, I just I grabbed a bottle of water and started chugging it like Spencer. I wanted to be like Spencer, and it went down the wrong way. Yeah, man, they had some like I don't know what they were, but it was like hedges, bushes or whatever next to the apartment. I was like, man, I'm tired of like having to pressure wash it every 6 weeks, dude. I'm not taking them things down. So I started digging them out, and they turned out to be a little more work than I anticipated.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I like to answer Christie's comment down here.
Yeah.
If I could get little feller out of the house, Christy, I could finish that deck. But I can't get him to do nothing. So maybe I'm gonna have to get MOL to go with me and have him finish the back side of it.
If you got any flooring, I'm that guy. That's what I do. So, I can put down deck boards all day long. So,
I seen a video the other day. Somebody was building a deck, and the way they did it, it was unique. I mean, it looked real good when it was finished, but they laid down like triangles out of 2x4s, and then they put the other 2x4s like in a different direction, going across, and then they took all of those separate triangles and made the platform. It was pretty dope. But what made it look good was the stain, honestly.
That's pretty awesome until they have to replace all that.
Yeah, I don't like
It's a
doing
pain.
woodwork.
That's going to be a nightmare in and of itself for sure.
I say I don't like doing woodwork, but I love metalwork. I guess it's a psychological thing that I'm a twisted individual.
Yeah, I love metalwork myself. If you'll look in the background here, I'm gonna turn my camera back on. Leg day, if I can get my thing down here. That is actually about an eighth of an inch. It's the front of a square body Chevrolet.
Yep. The grill
probably,
and the windshield.
Got the.
He says about an 8 gauge.
Top.
About 8 gauge metal. You said
about an 8 gauge. Yeah.
You ever saw that Florida Lee that I got next to where I sit at? I got a.
Yeah. I seen that a while back. That was cool. And I guess y'all seen the thing that
that's dope.
Pigeon made me that. That's
yeah.
That's a bad piece right there.
I was gonna message you a while back and ask you what year your call was, because I'm probably gonna build you a replica of it.
It's an 88.
88
notchback. Yep. It's got the trunk on it. It ain't the hatch car. It's got the trunk lid.
Well, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I build plastic model cars in my downtime.
What up,
man, I used to do that years ago. I had like 40 of them things in my bedroom.
Yeah, well, I got into it now where I like building replicas of people that I know's vehicles for them and sending them to them and stuff. I'll be doing I've been told Rowdy, Power Stroke, I was gonna do his truck, but I got the model, I just ain't never did it yet.
That's cool. I do custom Hot Wheels, like
really?
Yeah.
You do custom Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
I gotta get with you on something because I've been wanting a Hot Wheel, but I know they don't make it.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that, no problem. I got like all kinds of shit here. Hold on, I'll be right back. You guys,
all right.
You guys
that's crazy. I'm glad you just said that, dude. That's crazy. What's up,
leg day when you've got nothing to do one day, go check out Pimp Pigeon Rouse Instagram. It's Noble Metal Savage Arts. And check his metal work out, man. He does amazing work.
I think I subscribed to him when he made that thing for you. I'm about to double check.
Yeah, man. He does amazing work.
Well, the Hot Wheel that I was telling him I'd get him to do for me is like a extended cab S10 if possible.
Square body.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had about 10 of them from probably the 10th grade up to about 28. I own like 10 of them square bodies.
You sure you ain't never slept with a woman in South Louisiana named Kim?
I'm just about positive.
All right, because I have one out in the yard. Well, it's on the other side of the shop. It's 83, and that's my 7th one, and I'm only 36.
Yeah, the 83s has got the round speedometers and RPM gauges in them. I think they switched those in 86 or 87, didn't they? To the square dash, I think.
I had an 88 S10 Blazer and it had the square dash. Yeah, so
I think they changed them to 87.
That was the first vehicle I ever had. I was 15 years old when I bought it. It was an 88 S10 Blazer with a 350 in it. That was, I don't know exactly what it was bored, but it didn't have a fan shroud. And dude, let me tell you, I was checking for oil leaks with my brother one day, and it was running, and I brought my hand over that. And I went to grab the little thing that wasn't there. I'm thinking the little, that holds the hood up. I'm going to grab that, and it's not even like the truck didn't have one. Like, you had to put a piece of wood right there. Well, dude, it said, when the blood hit my face. When the blood hit my face, it was still warm.
Damn.
Yeah, that
hurt. I have done that before. I mean,
I grabbed my hand by the wrist. I grabbed my hand by the wrist and I turned my head the other way, and I told my brother, I said, just tell me I got fingers. And he's like, yeah, it looks like they did, but they mangled up pretty good.
All right, so check this out.
Is what you got, sir.
All right, whenever I this kind of actually has a lot to do with being an amputee as well. So so that way we're not seeming like we're just getting off on a rant. Um, Whenever I lost my leg, like the very first time, I started watching this channel on YouTube called Diecast Resurrection, and that's all he did was like restored Hot Wheels and rebuilt Hot Wheels and customized shit. Well, that really piqued my interest, because I used to build models and stuff a lot, but where I'm at, I'm just not set up to have like a whole big like table and builder like a shop, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I really got into that because they're small. But these are just a couple that I have that I've
Hot
done.
Wheels are what,
Like,
1/64 scale, huh?
like there's 164. Like that's just that's a standard Combi Volkswagen Combi. All right, well that started off like looking like that.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's how it ended up.
All right. Yeah,
Wow.
you like customize and make them your own. I like the
Yeah.
one you did better.
I do too.
It's good. Tan interior.
I like that
and
Is that
like that
is that
color
like
and
a
the blue.
model? Is that a model car paint? MOL?
no, it's a Hot Wheel. Oh yeah, it is. It's actually touch-up paint for that you can buy like at
Okay.
O'Reilly's
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. Or Advance or
You ever
something.
been to Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, it's all like paint codes for actual cars.
Wow.
I go in the Hobby Lobby and I turn into a drug addict, dude.
Oh, now there's the Hot
That's a
Wheel.
C10 right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that with the red wheels. See, yeah, you cut the
Oh,
beds
yeah.
out the lower and stuff. I do that with the models and stuff too.
Man, that's,
I run the
that's
hose.
See,
sweet.
I don't think I could do those Hot Wheels like that. That's too small for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm a big dude. I got big hands.
I got big hands. Wow.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get with you. I don't know if you heard while you was away. I told him it was a extended cab S10. I was gonna see if you could do for me.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
That looks good, man.
Does that have like the airlines? Is that like an air tank or is that the
Yeah.
All right,
It's got like
check
the
you out.
airlines and the tank, like the C notch in the
That's
back and
dope.
stuff. That's crazy.
That's dope, bro.
Wow.
Now, how long would you say, like hourly wise, it took you to complete one? I know you don't like start it and then rush to complete it because that's how
probably
you.
probably 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3 days, something like that.
Yeah, you take your time on them.
Yeah, and I mean if it's something like this where it's like like a full. Well,
That's 6-wheel. That's dope. Now,
Now, did you
where do
actually-
you buy these?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Wally.
no, I'm
How
just
you
saying
actually
you
put
got
the-
everything for that.
from?
Oh,
Like it-
wow.
Yeah, like this one started out life as like just your standard like C10.
Yeah.
I mean a Silverado.
So you added the back set of wheels on?
Yep.
You can't even tell where you even put it
Mm-mm.
together at, on the bottom.
Yeah,
Do you
no.
use that model putty stuff that dries and it looks just like plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
That's
sweet.
cool, dude.
Man.
I never knew that about you, bro. I see. I like learning things about people like this, and what I like about this is like I build the 1/24 scale models, and that's
There you go.
just too little for me. I would end up throwing one of them through the sheetrock.
So there you
Wow.
That's badass, dude. It's like what they call it, a toy hauler, huh?
Yeah. Well, see this right here. Believe it or not, you know what? That's actual wood. That's real wood. That's a fucking
No.
that's a corn dog stick.
Popsicle stick, huh?
That's a
Yeah.
corn
Is that
dog
what
stick.
that is? The corn dog stick, really?
Yep.
Wow.
This man got a Hot Wheels junkyard in his yard. I said Fred Sanford.
I do. I really do.
Dude, I like that, man. It's dude. It shows a different level of a person's creativity, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
All right.
I mean,
and
that's
one last
talented,
one.
man. That's being talented.
yeah, it is.
Wow.
Like a Mad Max mobile. Hell yeah.
Yeah. The spikes and shit. That's real spikes on the front.
They had a dude probably a week or so ago. I guess he was drunk driving, but he had a decent rat ride. It's like an old Ford pickup truck that he made into a rat ride. He run it off into the woods. I don't know if he went to jail or not, but I seen it in the woods the next morning.
Damn.
But it's got the dually wheels on the back. I wonder if you ever.
Something I wanted to ask you guys is whenever y'all that with that right there, with the same thing with what I was doing, with learning how to build Hot Wheels and that kind of stuff, just a new hobby. when you guys were like sitting around and just healing up and that kind of thing, did y'all pick up any kind of new anything like skills that you didn't really know you had before that now it's kind of still with you?
Go ahead, MOL.
Uh,
Leg day.
I mean, I'm thinking like not really. I mean, when I got my leg amputated, I was 15, and I was all right. So I set the surgery up to happen like during the summer, so like I didn't have to like I quit going to school like to go do the surgery at like the last week of school or something like that. But the only person I told that I was actually going to get my leg amputated was my girlfriend, and I mean we were like when they cut my leg off when I was in 7th grade. No, I was in 8th grade, but me and her were dating like I was in 7th grade twice and in 8th grade, and then I dropped out. But I mean, she was like my little, high school or middle school sweetheart. And she was the only person I told. She didn't tell nobody else. So like over the summer, I mean, I got the leg cut off, and then my next door neighbor was my best friend, and then my other homeboy came in over, like practically stayed with me the whole time. But I mean, dude, I wasn't even healed yet, and I was trying to ride a bike, dude. Like I didn't even have my prosthetic leg. I was just like pushing the bicycle with one leg. You know what I mean? To go to get a snowball from the snowball stand with him.
Yeah.
Like pain killing me, dude. But I did it just because I needed to get out the house. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you.
I can't really say I picked up any hobbies or anything that I wish I would have, because a lot of the time I spent just like in pain, miserable. You know what I mean? I wish I would have tried to occupy my mind some type of way.
That's what that did for me. It was just kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, you can only so many, pain medication and stuff you can take before you actually got to start focusing your brain on something else.
Right.
Man, believe
Oh
it
yeah,
or not,
you'll
I
drive yourself
was
insane.
I was only sent home with Motrin, 800
Really?
milligram Motrin. Yeah. But now, what time I was in the hospital, I was on the morphine, the Demerols, on the button, every 20 minutes you could push the button, and it would
Yeah, when I was
release
a
the
kid, I could take
medication.
mine every 7 minutes.
Yeah. And I was sent home on, man, was Motrin and a sleeping medication, which I'm on a few more now. But as far as pain medication, I told them if I could bear the pain, I didn't want it because I had got hooked before on pain pills, and I wanted to stay away from that and not get right back addicted to them again. So. And I was
smart of you. Most people would just fall back into that addict mentality and be like, "Give them to me."
Yeah, it's no.
Proud of you, man.
Couldn't do that. I appreciate it, but I was 33 years old when the accident happened. So, and I'd been clean I've been off pills probably around 4 year, maybe 3 year at that point. I guess you get so many years behind you, and you kind of lose track of time of how long it's actually been, but yeah, I didn't want the pain meds. If I told them, they would keep them, they would tell me if you ever need them, all you got to do is call, but I barred it without them with the Motrin and Tylenols and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They cut mine off. They sent me home with over 800 L10s. Wow. I mean, like not at once. That was
yeah.
Refill, you know what I'm saying? Like the refills they gave me
for it.
over 800.
That's what me and you were talking about. Me and you were talking about that before. Was that me and Isaac were saying that pain meds in particular made both him and I just kind of feel like shitty. Just it's not a great feeling. Do what?
I throw up when I take them.
Yeah, see, exactly. I'm the same way. Again, what I was saying before is pill head. You get that kind of just, you fall into yourself and just kind of zone out, and I hate that feeling.
I don't like it either. That's kind of the way, back when I was on the drugs, like the Oxycontins and the Roxys, I just never could do them. It'd make me sick. I'd throw up. So that's the reason I just stuck on the pain pills.
Hard, man. It's like too hard of an impact, It's like, my God, what the fuck? I realize I lost a limb, but God, man.
That's I feel like, because there was times that I did take the pain meds when it was like too painful, like when I couldn't deal with it. But a lot of the times I didn't take it because I didn't want to be sick. But like my brother even asked me, he's like, "Dude, are you deranged or anything? Like, are you all right?" Like, I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Dude, I know you're in pain." He's like, "But you keep refusing the medicine." I'm like, "Dude, like I'm in pain, yeah, but I can deal with it."
Yeah.
We got to
I
start
do have a high tolerance
juggling
for
one or
pain.
the other, you know. Do I want to be sick or do I want to be not in as much pain, you know?
I mean, how many people you know fall asleep the whole duration of a 4-hour tattoo on their neck? You know what I mean?
Now they
Not me.
did give me the I forgot I left that out, but they did send me home on that Neurotin. They give
Did
you
it work
that.
for you?
And that seemed to help me more than anything did, really, I think.
I found the Neurotin didn't help me at all.
I don't know
Like,
if that's
didn't.
if they consider that a pain medication or what they consider that as. I really don't
It's
know, to
it's
be
like a
honest.
nerve. It's a nerve pill for. They gave it to me for the phantom pain.
Well, that's what they give it to me for, was the phantom pains, and I really didn't know if it was for pain or if it was for nerves or what it was for. So it's more of a nerve than it is for the pain, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I minded, but I don't think it helped with my phantom pain at all.
They gave me Lyrica, and I think that shit. I didn't think it did anything at all.
Yeah, I mean
For
I didn't never knew Lyrica was prescribed for that. That's crazy.
yeah,
Let me
for
ask you a
phantom pain.
question. All right, so we're all leg amputees, right? I mean that's known.
Mhm.
With y'all phantom pain, can y'all? I mean, I call it phantom pain because it's I could still feel it. You know what I mean, like the leg there. But so like you do the motion like you're bending your toes. All right, I can still feel like, so when my big toe would curl over the the bottom of my foot, you could feel that crease. I can
Like
still feel that.
curl over.
No, like it, like bend your hand, like close a fist, and yeah, like you see how you like by the palm of your hand where your finger meets your palm. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if that was your foot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I could still feel the big toe creasing, dude. When I like when I bend my toes, I can still feel the big toe creasing under my foot. Can y'all like? Do y'all have the same like type of deal?
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Yeah,
Dude. Hey, for the longest time, I thought I was crazy, dude. I'm like, there's no way I'm feeling that. Like, but I could feel the crease, dude. Like I could feel the sole of my foot, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dude.
the worst thing is getting an itch on a body part that isn't there anymore. Do you ever
I
get
hate when
those,
it
like
goes
your
in
foot
between the toes.
itches? It's and there's no way to scratch it. it's horrible.
Go to itching between the toes. I go to punching the stump and stuff.
Yeah.
Or what really
Well,
sucks is you'll have your leg on and it starts itching.
I've got a question for you all now, if
Sure.
you don't mind me asking. They always, my grandfather lost his arm in the coal mines, and he actually built his house afterwards. He would throw a belt over his shoulder and put it around the wheelbarrow handle. That's how he would wheelbarrow the bricks around and do all that. But he let the hospital dispose of his arm. He lost it plummet to shoulder. And after that, which it was my mama's father that done this. And after that, my grandmother always, told dad and us that I always have real bad phantom pains with that arm. I mean, crucial pains to where he couldn't sleep of a night, and this, he couldn't handle it hardly. So when I lost my leg in the accident, my mama had come to the hospital and told my dad, she said, bury that boy's leg. Don't let the hospital, I can say burn it or whatever. But she said, I always did sure if they bury the body part, the phantom pains ain't half as bad.
Really?
Yeah. So my dad goes and builds a box, and he takes the leg, which it had to be hard for him to do. I mean, I couldn't do it I would for my son. It would be hard. But
right. What up,
he laid the leg down and he put some kind of cotton down in there, and he put cotton in between each of the toes and done all that. But then he buried it up on the cemetery behind my grandfather, that lost his arms headstone. But I was just wanting to know if y'all did you bury yours? Did you let the hospital dispose of it?
Nah, I actually asked him. I mean, I wasn't your regular 15-year-old, but I wanted the leg. I was gonna keep it in green jelly because I thought that was possible at the time. You know what I mean? And they laughed at me and it was like, yeah, we can't let you do that. You know, I was like, all right, whatever. Let's do that. But I did ask them if I could keep it in green jelly. They told me no.
I have a picture of mine. That's what I
Really?
wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I asked for, and they were just like, okay. I was like, is that not a normal thing? He was just like, not really, no. But I mean, if you want a picture of it, we'll get you a picture of it. And he did. He went out there. One of the people from during the surgery went out there and asked my wife, "Do you have his cell phone?" And she was like, "No, I've got mine." And he was just like, "Whatever, that'll work. Just a picture that he can see later, or a phone that he can see." And she's like, "Yeah." So she handed my phone or her phone, and he came back and like handed her the phone back and was just like, "All right," and said she looked at it and was like, "I'm not showing him this." You know, it's like and it took a good long while for me to actually look at it, and I didn't just look at it right away. That was a whole big thing. Like a whole
Yeah.
long drawn out thing.
Yeah,
Well, I never
you
thought
had to
about that.
build yourself up, build your not necessarily your courage, but like you had to be ready to do it. You know what I mean?
Mentally, everything. Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
was a thing, but yeah, I've seen. I saw it afterwards on the below the knee one. I didn't see the above the knee because it would be just a picture of a knee. Not not really
I
much
mean,
to
dude,
see there.
I'm pretty sure I could have looked at a picture and I probably would have looked at the picture right away because I'm just weird like that. But if I would have smelled it, oh, totally different story. Oh, totally. I'd have had fucking PTSD because of a smell. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, we got a special guest that just popped up here. She's backstage fixing her hair. I see her back there. All right, hold on. We're gonna bring up Miss Rochelle. How you doing?
hey,
And we can't hear you.
what's up, Sunflower Dragon? How you doing?
Say something. Say hello.
No sound. No
Yeah.
sound.
We had audio issues before, so all good.
We'll get it.
What up, Fusion?
What's up, little me? Fusion.
Yeah, while she's figuring that out, we're gonna say hello to some folks here real quick. Let's go back up. Let's go back up.
Bill.
Oh,
Might be but she's on her phone trying to use the I guess that's like earbuds or whatever. It might be like in the settings you got to choose the earbuds. I don't know. I've never used earbuds.
yeah.
I bet little me is stroking his beard about right now.
Let me see here.
I bet you little me's training for that boxing match.
2026 is coming fast.
Oh yeah, he
what
didn't
up,
move back
Drew?
to 27 yet.
What up, Brad, Bell, Corliss, little Robbie, OG, good seeing you. Heather, good seeing you. Julie B. Let me see, Lil Me, good seeing you as always. Chandelier still hanging in. Going down. Humble Trades still there. What's up, brother? Let me see. Chandelier. Code Made, what up? Jim with No Filter. Sin TV, what up? Red Eyed Patriot, good seeing you. Barrendorf Branch, hello, sir.
Red eye.
Scrolling down. Miss Christie
I see.
still
Look,
there.
you turned out a pretty good crowd, bro, for being worried like that.
Crazy Purple Kirby. That is what it is, I mean, Brandy B, what up? What up, Brandy B? What up? Let me see here. Sunflower Dragon, good seeing you. Saw Mr. Fusion. What up, Mr. Fusion? What's that?
I was telling Rochelle we still couldn't hear her. I don't know if she was talking or not.
Yeah, Miss Rochelle, we still
I'm
can't hear
trying.
you. Oh, there you are.
Okay, I was like, I was trying, yeah.
All good, my friend. All good. All right, I believe that was everybody. If I didn't say hello, I'm very sorry. Platinum Pyro, good seeing you. Mama Payday, what up? What up? Let's see, scrolling back down here to the bottom here. All right, Johnny Johnson, my man, good seeing you. Mud Digger, hey dear. Let's see.
What up, Humble? Oh yeah, Humble Trees.
Oh yeah. Jeff Bice, what up, Jeff?
I want to ask everybody on panel question.
All right, good deal. Shoot, what you got?
Since becoming an amputee, what is your worst fear about the amputee, like for the your amputation for the future? Like what is one thing like you fear about it? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe something go wrong, you have to get a revision or something. Like what is your worst fear with it? You know?
Ladies first.
Oh
Right.
God.
I was gonna say
Okay.
ladies first. I was drinking the water.
Um, I don't know. I never really thought about it, honestly. I don't know what my biggest fear would be now as an amputee, honestly. Um, I don't I don't really know, honestly. I'm done with the majority of everything I need. Like I can't really I mean, I probably could get more surgeries if I wanted to, but that would be like more volunteer than it would be like needing to do it. But I
Right.
really don't have anything on my end.
No, no major concerns. Everything seems to be going all right.
I
Mm.
mean, it's not going all right, but I mean, like, I'm having socket issues, but I'm
Yeah.
having blisters, but I mean, that's like the least of my concern right now.
Well, how
The
many
thing
hot
that's
spots
so
do you have? I'm
the
sorry,
thing
guys.
that's so mind blowing for you, me, you personally, is the fact that they. All right, leg day. You are an above the knee amputee, just like I am.
Yeah.
Okay, you get your leg cast every single time, correct? Like you're standing up
Yeah.
in the stirrups, and they go around you with the casting stuff, the tape, and do all
Yeah.
that, correct?
Well, the leg I had before this, a lady built it, and she tried to do the measurements, and it didn't fit right. I barely ever wore it, but yeah, I mean that was
That's
the
what they
only
do
one
with
I've ever
her.
had. But every other one that was done for me has been molded out of a cast. Yeah.
Yeah, see, they measured. They just put a measuring tape on it and did some measurements and went back there and just
Yeah,
brought
they
her back her
measure it like
leg.
every quarter of an inch or something, like the
I don't see
Hmm.
around it.
how they could get it right that way.
No.
No, well, see, what made mine so weird is like I was run over by the tractor and the blades like chopped my leg up. So with the skin grafts, I got like a lot. Like basically, think of Freddy Krueger's face on my thigh. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it looks like legit. And I mean, I honestly think it looks a little worse than Freddy Krueger, but I got a chunk of my ass cheek that's missing from the accident and stuff. So when that lady did that, I kept telling him like, this leg's not gonna work. Like I'm letting you know now before you even build it, I'm not gonna wear it. Like I'm not gonna use it. Like you wasting your time, you wasting the insurance's money. Like I don't know why you're doing this. Well, I mean, she gave me the leg, and I barely ever wore it. I wore one of my old ones, but like I told y'all on the show, the guy that did this one, he's an amputee. He's actually missing a leg and two fingers on one hand. But he took some extra precaution when making this one. I love it. This leg I've never like I've put legs on. I think it's the seventh leg I've had. I've never touched the bottom of the socket. This one I go all the way down.
Okay. And you have the lanyard too on yours, don't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't use the lanyard because it gives me like a because it touches like not even an inch of the gel liner, and it like gives me a little hot spot right there with the lanyard, so I don't wear it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's like I was telling you, when we was doing, my story, they always did cast mine, with the tape and the wrap, just made a mold. But this last time on the new leg, they got that computerized system. He's got like a little gun. He just goes around my leg and does a 3D print, shows it on a computer screen as he's doing it. And I've never had a socket fit so good as that last one he made with the computerized stuff.
They just
I
scan it.
see Mama Payday asks
Yeah,
how often are we able to get a new leg. I'm not even sure. I mean,
it's about every 3 years for me, 3 to 5 years.
For me and my insurance, it's as needed. So it's just kind of, you know, it's a as needed
Yeah.
basis, just whatever
Well,
they
if
seem to think,
yeah,
you
if
know.
I mean if mine was to break or something like that, that I obviously get a new leg. But if the leg
Hmm.
holds up fine, it's every 3 to 5 year.
yeah. Well, Christiane, the reason I said it took me like 4 years to get the insurance is because I wasn't getting it at the time, so I had to like file for the disability and everything to get the Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? So that
Oh
took
yeah.
that's the only reason it took. But if I would have been getting if I would have never stopped getting the insurance, it'd have probably never took me to. But what, 3 months, whatever it was, because this leg, I mean, the other one I had, it broke like at the knee, well, at the socket, really. Just I had that leg for way too long. I mean, I wasn't worried about getting a new one. It was working fine for me, no problem. So why replace them? It's not broken. Well,
I,
one day
I
I was I was about to go to the store and I was putting my right shoe on, and I just put all my weight on that left leg, dude, and it snapped, and I hit my chin, broke my what is that? The canine tooth. Cracked the canine tooth. Like, yo, I hit my chin on the dresser. Yep.
I'm really surprised, you know, how well that these legs hold up. I mean, I'm rough on mine, to be honest. I'm on mine constantly, and I mean, it takes a beating. And I'm surprised that I've had the foot shell itself split, you know, and I've had to duct tape the end of them. No, it's just the rubber foot shell.
Oh yeah, I know.
Make it look like a foot, you know.
Right.
They split.
Molded into it.
Yeah, I've had to tape them together and all kinds of stuff. I'm so rough on them.
You can jump in there, Miss Rochelle. I see you want to talk.
I'm just listening.
Just tell us,
Chevy, what's your worst fear with your leg?
Say that again.
I was asking Chevy, what's your worst fear with yours?
To be honest, man, to go on above the knee, you know.
Yeah,
I've just had so much trouble. I've had so much trouble with this little short stump that
my biggest fear is nothing to do with the actual amputated leg. It's what happens if I lose this right one. You know what I mean? Like I do that shit bothers me. Like I lose sleep over it, dude. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I mean, accidents do happen, man. It goes to show you. I mean, it ain't that people's out here high. It ain't that people's out here not paying attention to what they're doing. Freaks, you know, just a freak accident can happen at any point in time.
Yep.
You know, there's proof on this screen to show it.
Yeah. I mean, with you know, again with Miss Rochelle, I mean, you were just simply trying to help somebody in a car accident, you know, in a hydroplane. Something happened, the same exact thing that happened to y'all that caused y'all to be in a wreck. Same exact thing. The car spun, and just came right into the side of them, and you know,
that's how you lost yours.
Yeah.
Rochelle?
Well, I mean, sorry, I'm telling your story for you. I apologize. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I caught like the end. I caught like the end of her episode. I didn't watch the whole thing. I mean, I probably shouldn't admit that out loud, but yeah, I'll go back and watch it. But yeah, that's how you lost yours, though. It was a car wreck. You was helping somebody, and another car hit you.
Yeah, it was me and my boyfriend at the time. We were going to a car show with his friends, and his friends hydroplaned, and when he got it under control, another truck behind him hit them. They spun out, hit a guardrail, and then me and my boyfriend at the time went to go check on them, and so we ran down the interstate, and I was sitting on the floorboard of the car, and another car from 3 lanes over came and basically crushed my legs in the door. Yeah, so my left leg got amputated above the knee, basically on the scene, and then they took my right leg below the knee 3 weeks later.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely freak accident. Wrong place, wrong time, but
yeah.
It
What's
is what
like,
it
you
is.
know, that's like me. I was back in it's kind of hard to explain for somebody that's not been underground in the coal mines before, but I was back in between 2 blocks of coal, and it'd be like you in between 2 buildings in a city, you know, you in an alleyway, and a car just comes careening down a hill and its wheels are cut, and you're talking to someone, you know, or whatever you're doing with their back turned, and all of a sudden, wham, you know, you're in a safe spot that where you're supposed to be at to stay out of harm's way, but yet harm still found you. I mean, just another freak accident, you know.
That sounds like something you would see in that what's the movie, Final Destination.
There's trouble there. There's trouble on the screen. Somebody kick him out of here right now, please.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing earlier when Rochelle was talking, but Kunas, I seen you tell me what's up, bro. I wasn't ignoring you or nothing. I was just waiting for her to finish talking. But what's up, Kunas?
You're good. You're good, man.
Let's see. We had somebody pop in just a second ago. I think we lost Miss Rochelle. She'll be back. Yeah, we had somebody pop in a second ago called Kunas. Let me see. What did he say? I had to learn the other day what a Kunas was by asking Little Leg Guy, and he was just like, "No, it's not what you think it is. It's not a racist term."
Yeah.
There she is.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
You just don't like
got kicked off. I like,
StreamYard randomly kicks people sometimes.
It says
what
here,
happened?
he or she, I'm not certain. It says, hi,
It's a
motivated one
man.
legger. My left leg is below the knee and my ankle setup is hydraulic. Very cool. Wow. So I guess you would have like the auto sweep kind of thing where it stays level no matter what, I'm guessing. That's just a guess. I don't know. But either way, we have somebody in our midst in our community here. Let's see, Cowboy. Where'd he go? Not Carolina Cowboy, but he's working on some like otherworldly stuff. Yeah, Cowboy, aka the One. Um, he is an actual like an engineer and does like you know well, just engineering work. And he was talking about his brother-in-law who it's a whole long story that, I can't wait to for you guys to hear. But he's doing some really, really awesome shit with like robotics and engineering and stuff like that as far as like feet go to
Oh wow.
improve his brother-in-law's life. And man, some of the stuff he's telling me and the stuff that he's, explained to me, if he actually does do that and come up with it and makes it happen, it's going to be game changing. So
Oh yeah.
just you guys will be hearing more about that for sure.
I mean, if you need a test subject, I'm always down to be a lab rat.
Well, he's got his brother-in-law. That's why he's just
Yeah,
like
I was
everything I
messing
do, it
with
just goes to
him.
him. So it's just
Yeah.
kind of what we focus on that. But
I
I
tell
told him
people
I was
all
like,
the
I'm
time,
down.
I'm not able to run, but if you ever hear me yell, go gadget leg, shit's getting real.
Yeah.
Yeah. One other thing, real quick, I wanted to mention is since we had Miss Rochelle here, is all right. You guys know that I make like my bags that I mean you guys are all familiar with those. Um, well, if you don't, Miss Rochelle, I make these bags that I don't know if you've ever seen or not, but I'll show you a couple other ones I make, and you can get with me later. And they look like these. Like they're these.
Okay.
They're perfect for like amputees and stuff that if you don't have your leg on, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I make them by hand and I sell them for $10 each. And Miss Christy Yant has bought all of you guys one. So,
No way.
yep.
Aw,
Oh,
So,
cool.
that's
Hell yeah.
awesome.
Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Shout out
So
to
Thank
you,
she
you,
man.
wanted,
Christian. Thank
that was
you.
kind of her way of saying thank you guys for getting on here and telling your story and just being
I
amazing.
don't know if
And
y'all
I'm
caught the
also
little
going to
joke
put some
I
other stuff
told
in it.
earlier.
Do
My
what?
bad. I said, I don't know if y'all caught the little joke I told earlier when you said she bought us all a gift. I was like, nah, Christy, you can't pay me to strip for you. And I feel bad for making that joke now because it's actually something new. I'm sorry I made that joke. Discard that one. Can we go edit that out, please?
It's all
I
good.
really do. I appreciate it, though, Christian. I really do. Thank you so
Hell yeah.
much.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
super sweet.
But I wanted to, and just like I said, get with me after this, and you can look at, what I have and that kind of stuff, and pick out whatever design you want and all that stuff. And so we don't have to do it right now. But yeah, that's what she said. She has several that she's bought for me herself, and so they come in handy. I put my phone in it, but saved my ass when I fell and had to had it on me to call for help.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people do
Yeah.
that. But what I have heard is a lot of people that are amputees. Um, say you got on pajama pants or you just face facts, don't have on pants, but you need to go get your phone or take your phone somewhere, well, put your bag on your neck and put your phone in there, or put your remote control, whatever, and now you can tote that around the house or wherever else you go, that kind of thing. So, but yeah,
Awesome.
I'm glad you could take the joke, Christy. That's awesome.
I don't think
There-
she really cared. I don't think she mattered.
There's AKA the one in the chat there,
I don't think
MOL.
she
I see
minded.
him right now.
Yeah, there we go, right there. That's what I was talking about. Let's see. Yeah, I
Now,
have
one
big.
time I did come into some like problems with the knee, and I didn't have time to really take off of work to go get it fixed at the hanger place that made that one. But the machinist that was doing all of our custom bolts and stuff for the coffee plant, I got him to push some bearings into the knee, dude, and it worked. Like all I had to do, like he pushed them in there and they stuck out a little bit. So like I had to cut two of them down to where the knee could bend. But
Yeah.
other than that, dude, like it would legit just took up the space that the Barons, because what it was, little Barons in the knee busted from me using it so much, and it was like
Yeah.
it wouldn't lock properly. You know what I mean? I was falling and stuff.
Yeah.
My boss was like, "Man, I can't have you falling at the plant." You know, like, let's take it to the machinist. I'm like, dude, I can't take this thing to the machinist. Like, I got to take it to the. And he's like, dude, we got to get it fixed. I'm like, all right. We go over there. Your boy looks at it. Oh, I got just the thing for it. He goes in his little drawer, he pulls it out, dude. 10, 15 minutes later, he hands me my leg back. There you go. It was a little tighter, but it was, it served its purpose. There was a little bush, and I guess it was polyurethane or something. I don't know what they were.
Man, it's so nice to have I got you, my guy. Don't worry, kind of person around in your life. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to these legs and stuff like that. Just be like, if you can have a prosthetist or somebody that's just good with that kind of stuff, you can take their and they'll look at it and be like, I got you. Give me just a minute, and they disappear and come back. It's like, here you go, try this, and you're like, dude, yeah,
Nah,
this works.
I will say
So much
this:
better.
me having the willpower that I have, because I won't give up. Like I might not succeed the first time, but I'm not giving up. And don't try to help me, because I'm not gonna be mad at you. But like, if you ask me if I need a hand, I'm gonna tell you no every time.
Yeah.
It's just it's me. But when I was in the union, dude, I made a lot of enemies, dude, because I would be, you would think I would be one of the first ones cut when layoffs come. You know what I mean? I was some of the jobs, dude, I was on punch list. You know what I mean? Like it's just, that's what it was. And them dudes that were getting cut before me, they hated me, dude. They hated my guts. The way the hammer falls,
I mean, a lot of people, they don't like getting outworked by the one-legged guy,
Yeah. Well, to be honest, my attitude like that actually changed after losing a leg. The can't word, kind of get my motivation got stronger, if you will, after losing that leg, because I know that like little leg day, that the can't ain't in my vocabulary anymore. It's I'll try and I'll try and I'll try and I'll try until I get it done. One way or the other, I will get it done.
My whole term, that's my whole thing is I'll say, let's give it a shot. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's because that's not saying we're going to do it or we're not going to do it. That's just saying, let's see what happens. Let's throw it out there.
I had a question I wanted to ask, but it's kind of not appropriate. But I'll ask it privately to everybody. But I'll ask it.
Go ahead.
I know y'all married and stuff, but like with me, I was married, for a while, but trying to date other people, like women, and be like, yo, like, can you have sex with that? What? Man, watch this.
Yeah.
I'll show you some things in there, girl. Like, have y'all ran in any situations like that where like somebody's like, hey, can y'all married and everything, so that's kind of why I was like, that's an appropriate question.
That's kind of funny you bring that up, because so obviously I was like 20 when this happened, right? It's like I'm 27 now, and I was sitting in the car with my mom one day, and for some reason we got on the topic of that. And mind you, my mom didn't know I was sexually active with my partner, right? Until this conversation came. The only thing she said to me was, "You're having sex as an amputee?" What? I just told you I was sexually active, and your first thing is like, oh my God, you're actually having sex? Like, she did not care.
Good for you, man.
The fact that I was doing it, yeah. And I was like, but that's not how that conversation was supposed to go in my head. Like,
I've actually met an amputee chick and had sex with her. It was actually kind of fun. Yeah. But she was like right at the ankle, though. You know what I mean?
I was married when mine happened, so it's just one of those kind of, I'm always going to see you like this anyway, no matter what. So it's just kind of,
y'all being married was why I was like, that's kind of inappropriate. I shouldn't ask that.
Yeah. Well, me and Chevy talked about that on his episode. We were saying that he went and actually seen a guy in the hospital, and that was like his biggest concern was, again, we talked about that. He wasn't thinking with his amputated brain. He was still thinking with his normal brain. and he was like super stressed out about, it's like, man, you got your wife. How'd you do that? And it was just like, we got to understand we were together before this happened, but you don't worry about that right now.
Look at Kuhn as he said, my thumb's used for balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it does, man. I mean, that's the only thing it really does. Not going to, I don't know. A lot of people, they get freaked out by it and think, that their life is over, or especially that one subject in particular. Yes,
Yeah.
how
I
am I
had a
gonna?
girl that like she would not get on top. She was like, I'm gonna hurt you. No, you're not. Like, you're not gonna hurt me. I promise. You're not gonna hurt me. You're not gonna hurt me. I promise.
Trust me, it's way easier if you do.
She would not do it, bro. Like, even though I'm like, yo, I will sign a waiver. You're not gonna hurt me. She's like, I'm not doing
Sign
that.
a waiver.
You got no rhythm with one leg, man.
Oh, I don't know about that, bro.
All right.
Yeah, we're not gonna divulge too much.
I digress.
Yes, indeed.
Today's
But
episode is
another
brought to
question I
you
wanted
by
to
the
ask-
fine folks at Duo Prosthetics Band Shoes,
When-
Taggart and Torrance Podcast.
Does Blue
When y'all
Chew
became
really work?
amputees- when y'all became amputees, did it affect y'all blood pressure?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, it did.
Because your body's still producing the same amount of blood, but it's basically a king's
Yeah.
hose going to that extremity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, mine being in my left because of the femoral artery.
Yeah.
Everybody who has anything to do with the left, their blood pressure automatically gets messed up because it's not going all the way down to the foot and then coming back up. Now it's just going like here and then right back up.
I could imagine Rochelle was probably freaking. Well, I mean, I don't know. So I don't want to say your blood pressure is messed up, but I mean,
It probably is. I don't even remember the last time it was checked, honestly. But I don't know. I'm weird. Mine's normally, I think when I was pregnant with my daughter. Oh, if you don't know, I have a 2-year-old daughter. You probably heard her screaming earlier. But when I was pregnant with her, I was still 120/80. So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
That's crazy.
I must have been having a good day, I guess.
The highest my
You're a
blood
pretty
pressure
calm
ever-
person, though.
I am. Now.
Well, all right.
I'm calmer now.
The highest my blood pressure ever was, I went for a psychiatric evaluation checkup, and they took my blood pressure, and I was a little stressed out that morning. I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed off, and it was 210/169, dude.
Wow.
That little guy took my blood pressure, dude, and he didn't say a word, dude. He got up and he ran out the room. He come back with the doctor and 2 nurses, and the doctor looks at the blood pressure machine, the little roll around thing, and he's like, "Man, are you feeling all right?" I said, "Yeah, I feel fine. Just a little aggravated." He said, "No, like, are you feeling all right?" Like, I'm fine. Like, what's the deal? And he turns and he shows me, and I'm like, what's that mean? And I didn't know how to tell. Like, I'm having a stroke. You know what I mean? 210/169, I was having a stroke. But
yeah,
he was like, dude, he's like, you understand? He's like, do you, like, you're comprehending what I'm telling you because you're answering my questions accordingly. He's like, what's the president, what year we and stuff like that. And he's like, dude, you should have a headache out this world. He said, your vision should be real blurry. Like, I was able to see straight. He's like, I don't know how this is possible. He's like, but we call an ambulance and they're going to bring you to the hospital and check it out. By the time I made it to the hospital, it regulated itself out. But yeah, dude, 210/160. And at the time, like I said, I didn't know that was bad. Like, I didn't know I needed to pay attention to that. But now I got 2 blood pressure cuffs around this bitch.
That's what blew your head big.
Wow.
And I'm on low pressure.
Wow. Man, oh man.
What up,
All
Jim?
that blood going to that big head.
Let's see, what is June?
I lied. I'm
saying?
not on low pressure. I'm on my Cartadine now. That's it. Yeah. They changed it a while back.
What was it now? Cornadine.
What, the medicine? Cartadine. I thought I was taking Lopressa first, and they switched it a while back to Cartadine.
I was on that.
What up, Jan?
That lisinopril, but I heard some bad stuff about that lisinopril.
I tell you what, I've been on that medicine right at 3 months now, dude, and like I could tell a difference. Like, I don't sweat as much when I go outside and stuff. Like, I'm not getting like heavy breathing real quick like the way I did before. I mean, because a lot of people don't understand it, but like when you're propelling your body as an amputee, one leg's doing the work of 2. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I tell you what, I got the leg of a freaking thoroughbred horse, dude. I really do. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a video, like a short on mine where I'm sitting there like flexing my calf muscle. You know,
yeah.
it's like
I
amputee leg.
can't
If
wear
you know,
certain
you know.
pants. I can't wear certain pants because the calf muscle don't fit.
Oh, I'd say JM has seen some very high blood pressures. I would
I
say,
was about to say
real.
that.
in his
JM,
profession.
what is like you're about to die? Like, what is like the highest blood pressure you've ever seen that you know really really scared the hell out of both y'all as far as the guys in the ambulance? That's what I'm curious to know. Like, what is just a skyrocket, blood pressure? Because man, that's the highest I've ever heard was what Isaac was saying. That's insane. Like, I
When
mean,
I told my brother that, my brother was like, "You lying? Your blood pressure wasn't that." And I was like, "Yeah, it was, dude." Like I showed him the little emergency write up. You know, like the paper they
yeah, I
gave me when I
mean,
went home, it had it on there. Like that's the reason I was admitted to the emergency room was a blood pressure 210/169.
yeah. Yeah, that's what they basically were. I mean, that's the number one thing. Like, you go to the ER or whatever, they check blood pressure and temperature. And if one of those or both of those things are like above a certain thing, you're staying with us. That's all there is to it.
Yo,
I mean,
when
you
I
can
tell you
opt
that little
out of
dude
it, of
got up,
course, but
that little tech that took my blood pressure, dude, when he got up, he was like the Flash, dude. I don't think he took a full step out the room. He was running so fast. Like he had to go get the doctor, though. He was just doing his job, you know.
Wow, 280 over 162.
my God.
Damn.
And they're still here. Like, they're still with us today, is what you're saying. Wait, are you saying, JM, that's you? Or are you saying that's something like another one of your patients?
That's his wife putting up with him, is what it is, I bet.
Gotcha. Roger that. Roger that. All right. Man, I was a little confused there at first.
That's high, man. That's high. Because I mean, after that, like I started taking it a little more seriously, and actually learned where I needed to be and what was high, what was low. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
thank you,
the
Mr.
whole
Rich. I
time I was on
appreciate
that
it.
Lopressa, my eyelids still would twitch, and I mean that's the first little sign of high blood pressure. Since I've been on that other one, my blood pressure, I mean, my eyelids ain't twitched at all, and it was real low the other night. I was kind of pale and shit. I was like, damn, all right.
AMOL. I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
have to jump off, brother. But
Yeah, we're actually about to wrap it up anyway. So I just
I
wanted
appreciate
to
you having me, though, man.
yeah, no worries, man. No worries. We're actually about to wrap it up, but I just wanted to have everybody come back as much. You got just a second to okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I just want to bring everybody back, as many people as I could and just kind of, and tell you guys thank you so much for coming on, being a part of this, and just more or less us hang out and talk. Like what we've been doing tonight is exactly what I was hoping, how it went. Just us sitting around and bullshitting and all of us kind of getting to know each other as as friends. It would have been cool if Terry and Miss Robin were here, because they don't really know you guys, and that would have been cool to, trying to build like a little like a community with each other, that if we can all reach out to each other if need be, that kind of thing. Hey, remember me? I was on the show with you, and that kind of thing. And you guys can help each other and talk to each other and kind of, lean on each other when your old buddy MOL ain't around. So
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you, but my dad grew up with a guy that now owns a prosthesis place. Like he builds them, and I think I'm gonna tell him about this, like the show. You know what I'm saying?
Do it. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
He's a cool dude, bro. I went
Miss
in out with him one time.
Rochelle right here. She's gonna start her a podcast soon, and we're gonna.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
I am.
Yeah.
I am researching it every day at work. So
I went and hang out
eventually,
with him one day at his house and stuff. Because I mean, like I said, he was my dad's childhood friend, and he was like, "Man, I could teach you how to make them." I'm like, "Nah, don't do that. No, don't teach me how to build them."
Opening a whole can of worms doing that.
Right.
Well, Chevy,
I'll let him know
get
about
out of
this.
here, my friend. I know you got stuff you got to go do. Thank you so much for being on the show. We greatly appreciate your time. And
I appreciate
if you would
man.
like to come back on season 2, you have an open invitation, and you can come back and hang out anytime you want, my brother.
Sounds good, man.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good seeing you, Chevy. I'll holler at you, bro.
All right.
bye.
Be safe, my friend.
To get me back on season 2, you got to pay me. Put me on the payroll.
10% commission.
I mean, like we've talked about this like months ago. You know what I mean? Like trying to get something started. I mean, we mentioned it and just never done it. But I'm glad you did it, dude. I really am. And I mean, this was when we talked about it back then. This was something I envisioned. You know, like us just sharing stories and asking questions. Like, you know, if the next person's dealing with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I told
No,
you
it's,
when I
I
was
was,
on
I
the
mean,
first episode, I got out of bed one night and forgot that the leg was amputated and went to put the weight down on it like I used to before, and I fell and hit the dresser.
yep. I've done that too. The ghost steps. Go to take a
Yeah.
fake step when your legs aren't on. I'm sure you've done that before, Miss Rochelle.
Yeah, I fell off my bed because I've leaned too far
Yeah,
off of it.
fun.
But yeah,
Ugh.
I have a bench at the end of my bed though because I've done it so often that I
Yeah.
put a bench there so when I go to roll off, it doesn't hurt as bad as it was.
Well, it's just don't just please don't get hurt, okay? That's all I'm asking you. Just don't get hurt. Jeez, man.
I haven't
Easier said
yet.
than done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Especially a double. She's got like, I'd
yeah,
be
I couldn't
holding on to
imagine.
walls, everything when I go out. Like I'd be going down the hallways, holding on to walls, handrails, other people. Be like, let go of me. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's like I'm glad like I know what my house doesn't get too dark at night, but I have night lights everywhere. I
Yeah,
have I have one in my garage, I have one in my hallway. I always leave my kitchen light on in my kitchen if I have to go get a drink.
yeah, we do
So
too. We have an
I
absurd
constantly
amount.
have lights on in my house. So I'm like, I'm not falling, not this time.
Yep, absolutely.
Not me. I put my bed in a position to where I can't see the light on my stove because it drives me crazy. Like
Yeah,
I gotta sleep with it pitch black.
that's well, that's the
Yeah,
way ours is.
that's
It
how
has to
my
be
room
on.
is. Yeah,
Yeah, I
My
mean,
fan that I sleep with by the bed is like this straight standing up skinny fan and it oscillates. I put a piece of tape over the light on it.
me
That
too.
shit drives me crazy.
And my
And it's
TV.
not that big of a deal. It's just the light. Like I'm trying to sleep. Leave me alone.
Oh, it bothers me. I have a mini fridge in my room because my daughter sleeps in there. So like at night I put her bottles in it. And I literally had to go get like the vinyl you would use in like a cricket machine. And
Hmm.
I have black vinyl over my fridge because the light bothered me that much.
That's funny.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I gotta go do some dad stuff, but I greatly appreciate all you guys for being here. Everybody that's ever, came on the show, people that have come to the chats and that kind of stuff, people that's just been a part of things. Anybody that's ever shared this out, our people that sponsored the show, people that have donated to the show to help keep it going. You know, thank you guys so much. Miss Christie, we greatly appreciate you for buying bags for everybody. I mean, that was super sweet of you.
Right.
And I'll get everybody's bags out to them ASAP once you guys pick out the ones you want, all that good stuff. I know that we said we were going to have Miss Meg on and Kurt Yeager, but Kurt being an actual serious actor and it being summertime, that's a little easier said than done. So he's opted to maybe come back on season 2 and, be a part of that. Miss Meg, same thing. So we will be seeing her and we'll be seeing Kurt later on, as well as several other folks, as well as everybody that you've seen on season 1 will, if they want, come back and be a part of things. And, we can, talk
And
some
I'll
more about it.
that dude I'll bring you that he builds them. I'll see if he wants to, possibly do something with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
His
Anybody you
name's
think that
Kevin.
would be, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said his name's Kevin, but
Okay.
he actually built a mobile shop, I guess you could call it. He bought like one of them. You see them all the time going like them. They're not really a bus, but it's like a shuttle that you go around and you see him picking up people at elderly, like
Yeah.
nursing homes and bringing them to the doctor and stuff. He bought one of those and he put all of the equipment and all of the material and stuff to build prostheses. And he goes around to the prisons in Louisiana building them for the inmates and stuff for free. But he did that because of my dad, and because my dad was in and out of prison a lot. You know what I mean? And I think there was some other reasons he was smuggling stuff to my dad, but my dad's no longer with us, so he can't divulge any information. But yeah, he started doing the inmate prosthesis for free because of my dad. You know, me being a amputee and shit.
Dude, yeah,
He's a good dude.
I need to talk to him. We need him on here for sure. That'd be
He's a good dude,
amazing.
man. I mean, he didn't start the prosthesis business because of my dad or anything, but the mobile thing he did. Yeah. He lives in Bogalusa. No, he lives in Poplarville, but his shop's in Bogalusa, Louisiana.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get with you on that for sure because I want to talk to that dude. At least like reach
Yeah,
out and talk to him about what he does, you know.
yeah, he's the one that because I've never had any other knee besides the total knee, and he was the one that like taught me how it works and like because I've never took the little plate off of it and looked at the rubber grommet say anything in there. And
Mm-hmm.
he told me like depending on the color of the grommet is the density of it, and that controls how fast it swings through. I never knew that. He said he was like, I could give you a black one. He's like, but I don't have any laying around. He's like, the black one's the hardest one. He's like, he's like a couple weeks with the black one, and you'd be running. I was like, yeah, I don't want you to do that because if I start taking off running, oh, that's gonna be a wrap. I'd be in the NFL. Yeah, right.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll get with you after this, and you
Hey,
get your information to send you that as well. But
yeah,
but yeah, you guys, I have to wrap it up. I greatly appreciate everybody for coming. Miss
hell yeah.
Rochelle, thank you for popping up. I know you came and hung out with us last half of the show or whatever, and hey, glad to have you for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, bro. You
Absolutely.
got my personal number. You ever you want to ask me back on, for anything? Holler at me, bro. You got my number.
Oh yeah, no, you'll be back though. Don't you worry. You'll be back on here. I already put you on, so don't even worry about that.
All right.
All right, y'all. Well, everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel, thank you so much. You guys have been awesome, and I don't know what else to say. That is a wrap for season 1 of the Spotlight on Amputee series. Everybody, please drive safe.
I would say everybody give us a